Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 16. Honor your father and mother, as the Lord your God commanded you. Then you will live a long, full life in the land the Lord your God has given you. You must not murder. You must not commit adultery. You must not steal. You must not testify falsely against your neighbor. You must not covet your neighbor's wife. You must not covet your neighbor's house or land, male or female servant, ox or donkey, or anything else that belongs to your neighbor. I see these verses and it's crazy because the first verse, 16, he's telling us to honor your father and mother, and then the next few verses after that, I see that by doing those things, by not murdering, by not committing adultery, by not stealing, by not testifying falsely, by not doing each of those things, you are also honoring your father and mother, and you are also honoring the Lord and fearing Him, and that also includes after they have passed away. You are honoring them by if these are the things that they taught you, and even if they didn't teach you these things, these are the things deep down that I know I would want my kids to do. It's honoring them and honoring your father. Because I read today this morning in Proverbs chapter 30, verse 17. Yeah, verse 17. The eye that mocks a father and despises a mother's instructions will be plucked out by the ravens of the valley and eaten by vultures. Yeah. And you won't receive long life on earth. That promise that God has for you.
Yeah, you notice there's no conditions on that either. It just says honor your father and your mother. It didn't say honor them if they're honorable or if they're good. It doesn't say any of that. It says your father and mother, no matter what they do, that you were supposed to honor them. Same goes for all of his commands are like that. There's no love your neighbor, not because he looks like you or
right.
If you like him, just love your neighbor. Period. Love your wife. Not that she's, very good to you. It's just your command is to do that. So then he puts on there so that you may live long. It's one of the few times he says that, you may live long and it go well with you. And so many kids today, and some of them, they think they have reasons to not honor their parents. But there's no, it's not a conditional command. And so I honored my parents, so hopefully I'll live as long as the Lord allows me to, but and things have gone well with me, so I'll go with that. So some people don't honor their parents and they commit adultery and steal, do all kinds of things. So yeah, that's a good command. We've said that to you several times, Brett.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I was given the invitation today to go to the other study that I've brought up to you guys, and I said no.
Well, that's fine, but remember the guy was you said, "Oh, that's good. You stood up to your mother." Well, it's not good.
Mm-mm.
That is not good. So it's like lots of people got to point to who has the authority. You got to. Someone has a problem with the marriage. I'm going to point them to the Bible. I'm not going to say, well, I believe you should do this. I think no. This is what God says. And
Right.
you're someone that if you came to us and we said, honor your father and mother. He says, oh, it's good you stood up. So that's not right. You live by the word.
Right. It's not godly advice. It's not godly wisdom. It's not wise. It's an interesting thing to me when people say things like that, because it's not in the word. It's definitely a fleshly thing. Something interesting in verse 16 here in Deuteronomy 5. Honor your father and mother as the Lord your God has commanded you, that your days may be prolonged, and that it may go well with you on the land which the Lord your God gives you. I think this goes deeper than just our life here on earth, because you could have a man or a woman who honors their father and mother and dies very young. And not, maybe it's not because they're being punished by the Lord, but it could just be that, hey, this, we live in these fallen bodies, and people get cancer, they get all kinds of things. So somebody could honor their father and mother, and they could be dead at age 21, and then they're going to be in the presence of the Lord. So I think this scripture doesn't just mean here on earth, but it also means in heaven, and with our heavenly bodies as well. Don't know if you guys have looked at it that way before.
Well, yeah, I mean, it says this, so your life will, what does it say? So that you may live long, and that it may go well with you. So, we all have a lot of time.
Right.
Lord's going to call us. So some people, it doesn't go well, which you're going to go on that day anyway, but it's the quality of life that I think what he's referring to here. Doesn't mean you're going to live to be 100, but definitely will have a better quality of life. You can live to be 80 and be miserable.
Yep.
Or you can die at 30 and have had a good life. So
right, a godly life.
Yeah.
In the NLT, it says, then you will live a long, full life in the land the Lord your God has given you.
There's Proverbs 3, 1 and 2. Says, my son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you prosperity. So I think it's talking about, bringing prosperity. You're going to have a good life.
Right.
And I don't know if prolonging your life adds years to it. Like you said, I think it's more the quality that your quality. So it's going to prolong. I mean, because if you have poor quality, are you enjoying life?
No.
Yeah. So it's going to prolong your. I think it's more the quality, not the time, per se.
We read in the New Testament that that the heavens and the earth is going to pass away, and that the Lord is going to create a new earth. And that's where we're going to dwell with Him. Those who love Him and those who believe in Him. And so that's going to be something that's physical. That's going to be something that's eternal. So I think we could easily look to that as well.
Yeah. We don't have any control over our time here. That's why I got, a lot of those things by Dr. Oz say, eat healthy and exercise and live longer. No, you're not. It's not.
Right.
That's not true. Because if that was the case, then you'd see homeless people they'd be all dead. They're not exercising, not eating healthy.
Right.
And so, you see athletes, take care of their bodies and have eaten, and they die early. And
Right.
so we don't have any control over that time clock, but
Right.
we can have some control over the quality of life that we have, somewhat, and God
Right.
does some of that too.
Yeah. And that Dr. Oz stuff and all that, Anthony Robbins or Tony Robbins and all these others, it's all flesh, just, even Joel Osteen, your best life now and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I hope this isn't my best life. I hope not.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm looking forward to although it's fine, good. I'm looking forward to the better one.
Yeah. The eternal one.
Yeah.